Climate and terrain shape every possibility before the red fox even acts.
Scent, sound, and soil combine into a live map the fox navigates.
Each hunt is an energy gamble, shifted by drought, rivals, and human edges. Across seasons, survival shifts with reproduction, disturbance. Before an animal exists, an environment defines it.
This subspecies occupies the margins between forest and desert. Adult North American red fox, Vulpes fulva.
Light frame, elongated limbs, built for efficiency, not power.
Speed here is not escape the wave. It is positioning.
Every step calculates friction. Vision favors motion, not detail.
Hearing finishes what sight cannot. Smell is navigation through time.
Rodents, insects, fruit heat. Flexibility is survival.
55 degrees, low moisture, constant wind, energy leaks fast. Fur is insulation, for not decoration. Dawn and dusk are tactical windows.
Space is a resource, guarded silently. Shelter is infrastructure.
Reproduction is not romance, lad, voyage. It is logistics.
Genetics is the long campaign.
Coyote primary, bobcat secondary, human unpredictable.
Persistent.
This is not mythology. This is design.
A hunt begins in the air, not on the ground.
Where the scent curls, a decision forms.
Olfaction is a temporal map. Older scent fades, fresh scent speaks.
Fresh, from the southeast.
Trackable.
Step length and depth decode prey mass and speed.
Small rodent, recent, energy gain versus cost looks positive.
A route is chosen not for shortest distance, but for minimal detection. Left corridor offers blind spots and a soft landing. Stealth is control of micro noise and timing.
Slow now. Each pad reduces probability of alarm.
Converts distance into direction.
Chirp at 5 kHz, prey at 4 meters, partially masked by wind.
Commitment follows stability. Without balance, the strike fails.
Stability holds, now measure distance.
The last moment is measurement, not mood.
70 centimeters angle is favorable.
Pounce is controlled energy, kinetic efficiency in one motion. Power focused, grip timed.
Success is binary, bite and secure, or reset and retreat.
If escape, reevaluate energy budget.
Capture is also an obligation. Consume now or cash for later.
Small meal, cash halfway to den.
Caching is risk distribution. Spread supply across safe nodes.
Moist soil conceals scent longer. Use this.
Flexibility converts scarcity into survival.
Small returns stack, less risk.
Every action tallies on the energy ledger. 3 small finds offset 1 risky pursuit.
Competition forces trade-offs: scavenge, confront, or retreat.
Displays buy time. Avoid costly fights when possible. A fox will abandon if the ledger tilts negative.
Cash now or abort hunt. Choose efficiency.
Skills pass not by rule but by repetition. Teach cadence. This preserves efficiency the next generation.
Night widens the tactical window. Less human interference, more scent pooling.
Environmental noise corrupts information. Failure often follows. Abort. Energy saved for a better window.
Fox audits its assets. Stability over impulsivity. Some caches intact. Redirect focus to low-risk picks.
Humans are wildcards. New risks, new adaptations.
Vehicle noise masks scent. Avoid edge zones until night. Choice is constant. Net gain governs choices, not desire. Large rodent gives best return. Commit if cover holds.
Ambush exploits prey predictability and patience.
Hold motion. Bait alignment successful.
Technique scales with prey. Force distribution matters.
Neck clamp. Disable quickly. Conserve energy.
Efficiency prolongs survival. The right parts first. High energy organs now. Muscle later, or cachet.
Disguise is chemical and physical. Masking extends food life.
Layer soil, add leaf cover, return in 24 hours.
Storage invites thieves. Vigilance remain currency.
If large bird returns, bluff, then relocate.
Hunting is an econometric process. Success measured in net survival. Today's ledger is positive. Repeat tactics tomorrow.
The hunt is not drama. It is repeated, measured work. Today we ate, tomorrow we plan. Survival begins with energy accounting. Conserve now, move later. Meat escapes at limbs, fur redistributes losses. Curl to protect extremities. Microtopography alters survival odds significantly.
Find Lee. Minimize exposure.
Den maintenance is preventive survival engineering.
Reinforce entrance. Wind channels dangerous.
Material selection optimizes thermal efficiency.
Layer thick, trap air. Water dictates movement more than hunger in dry spells.
Sip shallow. Mask presence.
Cache technique extends food life when resources are scarce.
Moist soil holds scent. Bury deeper.
Behavior is optimized around a survival ledger. Intake minus cost.
Cut activity when ledger dips.
Parasites subtract metabolic efficiency. Control them to survive longer. Remove visible ticks. Groom daily.
Scavenging trades pathogens for calories. Decision is probabilistic. High reward but high risk. Sanitize or move on.
Injury converts mobility into vulnerability. Behaviors shift accordingly.
Protect injured limb. Avoid long chases.
Humans reshape safe corridors. Animals adapt routes accordingly. Use cover routes at dawn. Avoid roads.
Drought forces temporal shifts. Risk moves to night. Night hunting reduces water loss, increases scent pooling.
Fat is a survival buffer, measured in days, not feelings.
Weather injects unpredictability. Adaptation is rapid rescheduling.
Shelter now. Risk too high.
Human waste is a high-calorie but noisy resource. It changes risk calculus. Quick grab at night. Avoid humans.
Fire rewrites habitat overnight. Escape route planning is critical. Head downhill to damp pockets. Avoid upwind.
Disease doesn't negotiate. Movement rewrites distance.
Move them away. Limit contact.
Scarcity doesn't create allies, only moments of tolerance. Wait.
Share the edge.
Memory reduces randomness. Repeated success becomes habitual.
Bookmark this corridor for next drought.
Line of larger predators triggers immediate strategy shift. Avoid open ridge. Use dense cover.
Shelter is engineering carved from instinct.
Dry. Hidden. Wind cut. Architecture in dirt decides who lives. Entrance low. Air clean.
Production is deferred when reproductive ROI is low.
Delay mating. Ensure kit survivability.
Some choices hint at medicine. Evidence is still forming. Bitter, maybe useful.
Cache theft forces redundancy. Diversify storage to manage theft. Relocate remaining caches deeper.
Some foxes adapt, some move. Plasticity is survival currency.
Measure risk. If high, move range.
Late season strategy is accumulation. Safety bought in calories.
Target energy-dense prey. Cache aggressively.
Landscape structure defines pockets of safety and pockets of risk. Bookmark refuges for future runs.
Parental vigilance schedules sacrifice personal foraging time. Alternate watches. Each hour counts.
One location influences microbial exposure and kit outcomes.
Abandoned sites with high pathogen indices. Long moves are investments. Payoff must exceed transit risk.
If payoff low, stay local.
Age shift strategy. Older individuals favor low-risk returns.
Conserve. Avoid high-stress confrontations.
Not design, adaptation. Hide it where eyes won't search. Fur condition is seasonal currency for thermal protection.
Replace old guard hairs. Increase underfur.
Double back, cross scent lines.
Counter trails confuse pursuers when applied precisely.
Training shortcuts juvenile mortality by transmitting hard-earned rules. Repeat steps until internalized. Survival is an ongoing analytics problem. Adaptation is the solution. Record outcomes. Update plan. To survive is to continuously optimize choices across time. We survive this cycle, plans adjust.
Reproduction follows resource calculations, not romance. Timing is everything.
Physical cues signal readiness long before mating occurs.
Marking is a costly signal, advertising fitness through maintenance.
Cover edges present strength.
Courtship sequences encode compatibility checks, behavioral tests, not theatrics. Assess stamina, signal intent. Females evaluate multiple cues: age, vigor, territory control. Best fitness trade-off wins.
Mating is concise, timed to physiological windows.
Seize the window.
Guarding is a short-term strategy to protect paternity in crowded ranges.
Hold position. Repel challengers. Station reallocates resources. Behavior minimizes risk and maximizes caloric intake. Store energy. Limit exposure. A den's microclimate determines neonatal survival probabilities. Add underfur. Insulate nest.
Protect. Warm. Nurse.
Birth is short and efficient. Neonates arrive ready for immediate maternal care.
Newborns are altricial. Survival hinges on maternal investment.
Keep them warm. Stimulate nursing.
Feeding intervals are regulated by maternal energy and predator risk.
Feed quickly. Hide evidence.
Males often contribute provisioning, indirectly improving offspring survival.
Bring meat. Stay brief.
Development is rapid. Critical windows compress learning needs. Push for independence milestones.
Early exposure calibrates risk responses and motor skills.
Watch. Guide. Correct. Skill transmission is active. Mothers scaffold juvenile competence. Now.
Watch and copy.
Mistakes are rehearsal. Feedback loops shorten failure costs. Litter size forces trade-offs. More mouths dilute investment. Prioritize weakest. Optimize group survival.
Under extreme scarcity, lethal outcomes are rare but documented.
When resources vanish, thresholds break. Occasional extra pair events can increase genetic variance despite social monogamy.
Genetic bets hedge environmental risk.
Contests minimize lethal risk by favoring display over combat.
Females set clear escalation thresholds to protect neonates.
Threats force rapid relocation. Parents prioritize immediate safety.
Weaning reallocates maternal effort back to self-maintenance and future reproduction.
Dispersal redistributes genes and reduces local competition.
Pick a corridor. Avoid high predator density.
A substantial proportion of juveniles fail in year 1 under environmental pressure.
First year decides fate.
Genetics confirms behavior. Paternity reveals hidden strategies.
Data will validate choices.
Individual success is measured by surviving offspring over years. Optimize for multiple seasons, not single events. Human subsidies can shift timing, but cost ecological dependency. Use edge resources. Pay attention to risk.
Reproduction is a calculated investment across seasons. We invested. Now watch them go.
Morphology varies across microhabitats, reflecting local selective pressures.
Fur thicker here.
Diet composition shifts seasonally and where human food is available, indicating opportunistic plasticity.
Take edge scraps tonight.
Foxes demonstrate rapid learning when encountering new prey types, increasing capture efficiency over repeated trials.
Adjust angle, time it.
Populations alter activity cycles and integrate anthropogenic resources into diets, while balancing higher disturbance costs.
Behavioral flexibility often incurs physiological costs, measurable as elevated stress biomarkers in altered habitats.
Epigenetic markers can indicate how environmental stressors alter gene expression without changing DNA sequence. Marks indicate recent stress.
Connectivity between habitat patches determines gene flow and the capacity for adaptive traits to spread.
Cross here. Corridor intact.
Seasonal coat density increases thermal insulation, demonstrating reversible phenotypic plasticity.
Underfur thickens.
Adaptive strategies reflect trade-offs. Short-term gains can reduce long-term reproductive output. Balance now, reproduce later.
Adaptive capacity can be supported through connectivity and reduced anthropogenic pressure.
Protect corridors. Maintain gene flow.
Territorial contraction increases encounter rates and elevates aggressive interspecific competition. Contact probability rising.
Overlapping scent markers indicate contested space and unstable territorial boundaries. Signal density elevated. Sensor overlay fade.
Thermal contrast confirms nearby predators and shrinking temporal safety windows. Risk index increasing.
Auditory prioritization precedes flight decisions under uncertain predator proximity.
Relocation reduces exposure while maintaining access to shelter. Multiple predators amplify risk through spatial and temporal overlap. Hazard compounded. Structural cover alters detection probability and delays pursuit.
Vocalizations function as dominant signals and resource announcements.
Indirect routing lowers visibility and contact likelihood.
Speed differentials dictate escape feasibility in close-range encounters. Dense vegetation disrupts pursuit trajectories and visual acquisition. Interference increased.
Water crossings fragment scent trails and delay trackers.
Hesitations expand survival windows by seconds with cumulative benefit. Time gained.
Redundant shelters reduce single-point failure risk.
Den geometry constrains larger predators and limits access. Access denied. Energy conservation offsets prolonged stress exposure. Budget stabilized.
Withdrawal reflects unfavorable cost-benefit for the attacker.
Re-entry involves rapid scanning for residual risk. Scan ongoing.
Spring repositioning reduces detection and thermal signature. Vulnerability lowered.
Risk declines briefly, but underlying competition remains unresolved.
Shrinking patches reduce intake efficiency and elevate effort.
Scavenging substitutes for hunts when competition intensifies.
Interception probability rises with repeated incursions. Collision risk high.
Temporal adjustment reduces direct overlap with dominant predators.
Lower light decreases detection, but also visual hunting success. Trade-off accepted.
Persistent presence limits long-term habitat suitability. Suitability declining. Aborted foraging prevents fatal exposure when odds worsen. Survival prioritized.
Network use distributes risk across multiple refuges. Risk dispersed.
Area loss correlates with declining reproductive opportunity. Opportunity falling.
Choke points intensify risk but shorten exposure duration. Terrain breaks pursuit continuity and enforces disengagement.
Disengagement confirmed.
Recovery rate influences subsequent foraging capacity. Capacity reduced.
Post-event quiet reflects redistribution rather than safety.
Range realignment establishes new survival parameters. Baseline reset.
Debris presence incidentally alters access resistance. Resistance incidental.
Regardless. The predator noises fade into the distance, a clear signal of the threat receding. Cyclic return stabilizes energy acquisition under pressure. Loop restored. Match.
Risk persists across dial cycles.
Observation informs micro-adjustments in movement. Adjustment pending.
Survival reflects continuous negotiation with a changing environment.
Recolonization patterns emerge where habitat fragments reconnect across productive corridors.
Connectivity supports nightly foraging loops and reduces energetic costs of movement. Efficient routes conserve calories. Targeted corridors and buffers are associated with increased recolonization and reduced mortality rates. Structure reshapes survival odds.
This corridor is essential. Our strategic planning must align land use here with the connectivity objectives.
Does the current zone early restoration effects appear through increased movement and stable territory usage? Recovery becomes visible.
Recovery depends on long-term protection, informed management.